So then do you see why the Mahdi has to tell you who your prophet is? They have to fix the lies about them. Because exactly, since your prophet, you came from his lineage. It's like you came to defend him. That's why you're from his lineage, you know? Because his lineage got attacked after his death. This prophet is no longer here, right? Okay. That means they had a supernatural death. That no one can kill them. But when they're gone, right? It means this happened to many prophets. The next one, even if they came from another race, right? Since there's three races, African, European, and Asian. Even if they came from another race that time, but right now, Mahdi has to come from Asia, but still prophet's lineage. But see, Prophet Jesus is coming back, and he's gonna come from Europe. Okay, so then you'd be like, well, what happened to Africans? Well, I'm from Asia, but I was put in Africa. It's like God's way of them saying, this person knows you enough to help you, it's okay. It's not a big deal if Africa doesn't have some prophet. Because it doesn't mean God sent a prophet from Asia and Europe and Africa has nobody. No, Jesus is not a prophet being sent right now. He's already in the past. But when Europe says, oh, he's from us, yay. And when Asia says, oh, Mahdi's here, they're from us, yay. You Africans shouldn't be thinking that's weird. Because Mahdi is your prophet, not Jesus. And Mahdi is for everybody. They came to help everybody. So either way, there's another group that doesn't have Mahdi anyway. The Europeans, exactly. Either way, Mahdi came from Asia. So let's flip it. Let's say Mahdi came from Europe. Okay, now Asia and Africa doesn't have anybody. Okay, let's say Mahdi came from Africa. Now Europe and Asia. So you get me? There's no point in thinking like that. God is not going to split one person between three races. So just let it go. They're your leaders. Sooner or later, they have to come from one race because it's a body. Get it? The body has to still come from one place that it got pushed in, it got born into, right? This is a test for you. Get it? You guys might be like, what's the point? The point is, it's a test. Are you going to tell God you're jealous? Why you care where they come from? Are they some object of property? Because usually when someone gives you a gift, they don't give it to you, but they give it to other people, then you could be jealous. Because it's like saying, you don't value me enough. A leader, right, a prophet, is not an object. They're not a gift. So it doesn't matter if they came from those people, but not your people. That's actually how your ancestors went to hell. They literally said to God, well, we need someone from our people. I just told you, prophets already came from two genders, so women cannot keep feeling jealous. And then every race, a prophet came from them. Moses came from you, Africans. So just drop it. This time, they just have to come from someone else. You already had your time. You can't keep having your time every single time. That means God has to keep sending three of them from three races the same time every century. That's not healthy. We don't want 3, 4, 5, 7 prophets. Because the goal is for one person to unite you so that it truly means you human beings are submissive to one God. Get it? If there's multiple prophets, you might try to put them against each other. You human beings might try to just simply say, we're only going to follow you. We're going to be obsessed with you. You'll worship them. But if one comes down, it's like a balance. They just simply give you the message. You can't be obsessed with them too much. Then they exit. They have a short life usually. Their job is just to simply give you the message and help you get your human rights back by bringing back God's commandments again. See, I use the word that Christians like, God's commandments. That's what the Quran did. It just brought back the commandments of the Bible. Okay, but our prophet, his lineage was attacked. You see, Turkey wasn't attacked. He's from Saudi, so Saudi was attacked. His lineage was attacked specifically. So the Mahdi is from his lineage. So that's why Mahdi doesn't know who they are, which then means they're an orphan. It doesn't mean those people were murdered. It just means something happened, okay? Their parents are just gone. But see, if the parents are gone, wouldn't grandparents and uncles, and there you go, that means something's wrong, therefore, with the lineage, exactly. There's some sort of evil that happened to the lineage. So then now do you guys understand why then if, right, instead of the next prophet coming from another race, which is usually what happens, but in this case, right, again, God can, right, sometimes just do the other way, right? It's just like power of probability. If this leader has to, this prophet has to come from Asia again, right? You might be like, okay, what's the significance other than the fact that they're here to just simply stop corruption again, lies about the prophet again, just like every prophet came to stop lies about the other. You get me? Jesus came to stop the lies against the prophet prior. Muhammad came to stop the lies about Jesus, and none of them are in the same race. So it doesn't matter, okay? So Mahdi, right? The reason why this is significant is exactly, they're basically a victim to the fact that the prophet's lineage was attacked. The prophet is supernatural, they're powerful. Yes, I just told you you can't attack them. But lineage are just regular people, get it? Regular humans can kill regular human beings. Do you agree with me? Okay, so it's your prophet. When they're gone, when God just takes them up, that's when demons then possess some bad people. Obviously, it's male in this case, and they just go to war with the regular people who are just in that prophet's um, city, or what, or his maybe his children were just regular people like that. Well, that's easy, right? Because you guys are equal in that way. You can't be like, how can you touch a prophet's lineage? It's not him, and it's not some sort of power or like some stick, you know what I mean, that he had or something. It's not a big deal. It has nothing to do with him. His greatness doesn't get affected. And it's never going to be even right when he dies. So that already shows you there's respect to the children and everyone after them because the power is still there. The fear of attacking his people is still there, right? Okay. It's usually way, way, way after them. Some sort of nice 100 years later. That then usually some other group comes to attack them. And you guys can't be like, we cannot even predict who it could be. You know the Crusaders went to war and killed a lot of Muslims. So you Christians, your evil ancestors have some history as to why our prophet, his lineage, no one knows who they are and how the hell the Mahdi comes out, not knowing who they are. And now they have to identify themselves. And they're not going to just do that on their own, obviously. God will tell them. Okay, and when God tells them, the other thing the Mahdi comes to stop, right? The other thing they came to, right, like be a solution to, exactly, is the way the prophet was accused. You might be like, how do they know that if they don't meet him? Well, I'm sure they'll meet him. I'm sure that they'll sort of rectified one night probably means they'll probably go to heaven and who knows, meet prophets. But let's say that doesn't happen. God will tell them, okay, what other way would they know? Their life is similar to the prophet. The hadith said, the prophet said, Mahdi is like me in my appearance and character. You guys think character just means exactly morality. No, it also means his life. So there's some areas that are missing. Abilities will be the same. So whatever supernatural abilities Mahdi develops in the future when they arrive, I want you to know some of it or all of it was the Prophet's Muhammad's abilities. But exactly, the devil lied. And they're so powerful because God told me what Mahdi's abilities are. It is so frightening. You would actually worship them and think they're a God. You would, okay? You would think they're more powerful than Jesus, okay? So for that reason, that was hidden from Prophet's time, Prophet Muhammad's time. The devil hid the fact that he had these abilities that Mahdi will have, which is controlling the rain and the wind, sinking people into the earth. I don't think it's God sinking Khorasan, that army from Iran. And just so you know, that army are going to be demons. They're not human beings. And those demons are being used by God to simply show you the power of this person. You give me, it's like a demonstration. It's like Mahdi said, hey, everyone, yes. Can you stand over there? Sure. And they sink you. It's like they're just simply showing you. And then God come help you come back again, or maybe they can do that like that. So because it seems like they're coming from a place of hatred, right? This evil armies, it seems like they're coming from a place of hatred. Instead of, oh, okay, what do you want us to do? Stand here? It doesn't seem like that, right? You think then they're an enemy. You think Mahdi is some weak person they can kill. The fact that they're an army already tells you you can't kill them. Because one man can kill one man. Why do you need an army? Come on, guys. It's not about, them being equal. They're not equal to them. Two, you'll be scared of the next leader of God Almighty. You might be like, well, you just told us humans don't know they're powerful. What if they just think it's some regular man like themselves and that's how the devil tricks them into being in danger and there's some powerful, scary person in front of them that's supernatural? Demons possess them, remember? So then that means demons tell them. They tell them this person is supernatural and will sink you and will kill you. You get me? It doesn't matter. They still know. It just means they're wicked. It means they're so wicked that demons are truly using their body. But again, it's possible they may not know because I don't think human beings will put themselves in that situation. I just mean the idea that they're powerful is something they'll know when they see the Mahdi. So then you might say to me, you just told us they can't know. No, I mean prior. They can't know prior. Like wherever Khorasan are right now, those random males who come up together one day, they're just in random places. Like they don't know anything. Today they think Mahdi is some weak little like that. Okay, it's rational then. The lying affected them. The corruption about this person's identity actually affected them then, right? Okay. But when they're actually, you see how logical this is. Now when they're actually possessed, demons are laughing at them and thinking, you don't know where we're dragging you. We possessed you. We're just taking you to the most dangerous person on earth. It's like some, you know, giant, powerful. You get me? They just on their horses. They're coming. Okay, and now they see Mahdi. they're gonna see it, get it? Before this human who's supernatural sinks them, or they pray to God and God sinks them, now they're gonna see how powerful they are. That is not the Mahdi they're thinking of, just some actual regular male. They're gonna see the supernatural, powerful creation of God, and they're gonna know it's a prophet. And even now, you see, even now, the other thing could happen. Exactly, the demons could actually whisper to their mind and say, using voices, "You're dead. You're dying." Just so you know, you can't even go back. You're dead. That is a prophet of God. They're supernatural. They're gonna kill you. They're gonna sink you. You're doomed. You get me? You might be like, well, whoever those males are today, if they're actually from Iran and they're called Khorasan, or Khorasan, right? For English people, why would they one day form up to be that way if right now they know that's gonna happen in the future, and they know the sinking will happen to them, because they don't always know who they're being dragged to. So you're right, that makes logical sense. And those males should never walk towards Mahdi because they know they're going to be synced, right? Okay. See, this is how you know humans are possessed by demons. You can't use the future signs at the end of the world, what's going to happen, to protect yourself. You can't prevent it. You're still going to fall into it. Because that means when that day actually comes and this actual army is coming together, they're being told something else. They're being told something totally different. And so they're just dumb and they're just running to it. You can't be like, God tricked them. Shouldn't he protect them? No, they're evil. They truly want to kill somebody. You get me? So it doesn't matter then if they actually die that day. Don't you agree that's actually just? You know, like that, God should let them die, right? So it's not tricking, okay? They want to commit a sin. They just don't know who the hell is waiting. You get me? It's like this sort of, oh no. So one day those males are just they're the typical Muslims right now, males who are in all over Saudi Arabia and all other Middle East countries, who exactly are always doing sexism to females, children, rape, murder, uh, being terrorists and bombing other countries, bombing their own countries. It's those bad males who are Muslim that no one cares about. They're just bad people. That even Muslims are always telling you, don't link them to us, you know? Even though they don't condemn them, they believe they're evil in their religion. They don't go against it. But you get the point, right? You non-Muslims don't have to care. You don't have to be like, well, why would Muslims, Iran, a Muslim, bother their leader? It's not real Muslims. They're evil, okay? They're the people God actually will destroy anyway. So you see how logical it is? It's the human beings that everyone, the whole world right now would say are just terrorists. They're just evil. They're just bombing people. They're just raping women. They're just destroying their lives. They're just kidnapping any journalist who comes there. So they already deserve death, okay? So they've already committed the heinous crimes of rape, murder, all those things, and even multiple times. You would agree that they deserve the death penalty if it was in your country. Imagine how much they've committed. So you get me? It's like God's demonstration of He, the Lord, what He wants to do to punish them. That moment is signifying that for you as a human race, you're all going to watch it. And there's technology, you're all going to see such a powerful event. The devil this time can't corrupt who Mahdi was. They all have videos of them, you know. So that's why I believe the world will end right after. Not only do I believe they're the seal of the prophets, and see, this is how you know Mahdi has to be the seal of the prophets. Because anything the devil is flipping, then you know the other way is true. If you're going to say this prophet is the seal of prophets, but actually someone else is going to come after them, and you're even attributing them to have the power to do more things that you're saying Prophet Muhammad didn't get a chance to do, correct? You're saying he didn't enter Europe, he didn't do much significance, and everybody knows Mahdi is going to have the whole world to themselves. You know, Muslims just think some evil conqueror is coming. No, it's someone from your Lord, the same Lord who sent you Jesus. They're going to come in peace and love. Okay? No one's going to kill nobody. And their power is just like that day. People are going to sink. So no one is going to physically fight with them. So that's why I said, when you know who they are, you're going to see who God is, how just He is, because they're not going to be who you think they are. So when you're like, oh my God, that's who Mahdi is, in order for God to hide the identity of Mahdi, since the identity of Mahdi is so dangerous, right, to the devil's plan, right? He wants to make you believe God is evil. Mahdi has a character, right? Like a quality that will destroy the lies about God. That's what I mean by dangerous. You know, it's destructive to evil. You know, it basically destroys all evil. Because of that, God doesn't tell you sort of like their name. I know they say it's Muhammad. Abdullah, I know. But Mahdi, see, it's just a generic name. It just means guided one. God didn't say peaceful one. He didn't say soft-spoken one, right? And the Prophet is soft-spoken, so that means Mahdi will be soft-spoken. But they'll also be aggressive and other things like that. They're so similar because it's God's way of telling you, since this Prophet, his life is corrupted, they accuse him of things he's not. It's like Mahdi has to be similar to them so that you guys get to see who your Prophet actually was. It's not because they're Asian, goodness. You could be more loud and extroverted, correct? It just means they're very introverted and peaceful like your Prophet. You get me? It doesn't then mean Mahdi is some sort of copy just to give Prophet Muhammad some status and they, Mahdi, don't have their own greatness. No. It's just if you were to separate them and the Lord sent Prophet Muhammad, let's say at the middle of human history, and Mahdi came at the beginning of human history, like right after Adam, then you guys would say, hey, we have two cool characters that are very similar. Exactly, you would still separate their significance. So the same way in that situation, they come way away from each other in history, but if they're similar, you wouldn't think this one is a fake copy of the other. You know this one still had their own greatness, and this one still had their own greatness. But you obviously know God creates similar personalities, right? So then you're just gonna simply think they're similar in personality. You get me? Similar in just the way they carry themselves. Very young, very youthful. Okay, which then proves, right? Whatever age Mahdi is, you guys need to pay attention to it when you figure out who Mahdi is. That's the age of your prophet when he was also being rectified and being taken up to heavens and learning stuff around that time. And then when he comes to Muslims and, Arabs and others, and he is spreading the religion, including the fact that Mahdi will have to go to Europe and spread it, are then the same qualities of Prophet Muhammad. It means he also went to Europe. He also spread the religion. He didn't fail. And they're lying about Jesus. He also fulfilled his Messiah duties. He's coming back for something else. I'm telling you right now, it's for something to happen between Mahdi and Jesus that will finish the human race. We started with Adam and Eve. We're going to end with Adam and Eve again, in the sense that we're going to end with Jesus and Mahdi doing something powerful that makes human beings just say, what horrible sinners we are. I can't believe we're this dumb. We couldn't figure out this is literally how our Lord thinks. He's that sweet and loving and merciful and peaceful. You know, you're going to see how the devil can trick you. It's always sexism. So if it's sexism, then what does that mean? He split Adam and Eve apart. So Mahdi and Jesus have to be human beings who do something about sexism so that then you all see as human beings, your Lord hates it. And he's bringing you, Adam and Eve, what they taught you. That you're supposed to love each other as human beings. And there's no racism. There's no sexism. There's no one conquering the other. It's like Jesus and Mahdi have to teach you that all over again. You get me? It's like they have a significance that they need to teach you. So God wants to let this prophet come back. So they already finished their job. So they're not going to take away Mahdi's sort of shine, you know? And I believe, I'm telling you right now, I believe Mahdi is the one who's going to kill the Antichrist, not Jesus. But because of that arrogance and that envy the devil has, right? He's not happy that Mahdi would do it because of who Mahdi is, but also because of just the way he wants Christians to be obsessed with Jesus. And he doesn't like the fact that he told them he's their God, and he was to come back and not do much significant stuff. He's just there to simply be among the followers and just simply be there. He doesn't kill anybody, but Mahdi gets to kill the Antichrist. Then they want you to think that's not something you want to agree with. Those humans in history weren't happy with that. It was arrogance. So then they lied and gave that status to Jesus that he's going to kill the Antichrist. I just told you Mahdi is the next prophet after Prophet Muhammad. That means whatever needs to be dealt with, global poverty, diseases such as cancer not having any cure, just like Jesus had a cure for leprosy, Mahdi will probably bring a cure for cancer. Again, it's still God's abilities and powers. He's just putting it in these people. Mahdi then will also have to stop lies about the prophet, lies about the religion, lies about the sexism, the perversion, and their life. Just as Muslims believe the prophet's life is an example, their life will also be used to stop sexism and perversion. You know, be an example for you of beauty and health and agility. And white men and women can still see that person as an example, even though, right, still they're going to be in one gender because just youth, they're going to teach you all these bulky bodies and all these creepy things they attribute to Muslim men of the past after the Prophet, right? These large, ugly men with large beards. That image, Mahdi is going to be the complete opposite. They're going to hate it to death. They're going to hate it to death. And then when you find out who Mahdi is, it doesn't mean that you say to yourself, well, that doesn't teach me they're against him. Because their actual character doesn't even fit someone who would normally have a beard. So it's like a preference for us, then we can still do it. No. The type of males they would tell you look great, their opinion of a masculine, is going to go against what the devil has taught you is most masculine. This beardy, hairy man. That means, get it? Mahdi, whoever they would say is the most handsome male, but just appearance, right? Again, it's your choice how you want to look like here, everybody. We're just saying you're not the example. You bulky men are not the example. You hairy men are not the example. As human beings in our innate nature, we know that's ugly. You look old to us for a reason, because you are just a representation of someone who's like just not caring for themselves, like some bush man. The devil hates beauty. He hates everything, okay? He hates authenticity. That's why people struggle with being authentic with others. He hates beauty. So he takes beauty from women and fashion and everything. Muslim women have nothing. So he stole beauty from Muslims. He stole beauty from women overall. And he taught you to be half naked as non-Muslim women. You think you have the beauty. But exposing yourself is not beauty, okay? Beauty is like your clothing, your makeup, things like that. So you get me? Whatever the devil stole, authenticity, healing for people, right? People need a lot of healing. There's a lot of traumas. There's a lot of males who've been raped, and they're using that. Again, they're louder. They didn't fight. That sort of thing that says fight is not evil and sexist and mean. It's really just God using those humans to tell you should have, you know. He stole from you how to fight also. How should you have fought? The fact that schools should have taught children self-defense is gone. Mahdi will have to teach you that. It's not fair that we go to school and no one teaches you how to fight against predators. And we live in a world exactly where there's evil. Animals teach their children how to fight. That they already know the basics. They should teach the animals how to take care of themselves because they're not going to be here for you as an older lion, right? They teach you how to survive on Earth and be alone. That's why they even leave their kids for some time. And then they exactly teach them how to fight. So you see, many of the things that humans are lacking, the animal species, you can learn it. But then demons possess them and they make them do homosexual stuff. Don't let that trick you and make you think God is making them like that. Okay? So they get to always trick you basically. But then the good parts of a species that you're supposed to learn from, such as how angels are always obedient to God, no one's expecting you to be the same level. You'll sin, but just the idea of obedience, that's the part they won't let you pay attention to in those species. But they'll make you pay attention to the nasty things they do, the wicked things they do. You see how logical it is. Demons are just simply thinking, let's just steal every blessing. Authenticity, beauty, how to always honor your body and always use self-defense and fight and never allow yourself to be raped or harmed or killed or anything like that. Never allow yourself to be bullied. So everywhere you go, kids are being taught to just allow the bully to do what they want. Schools are helping them. They never get kicked out of school. And if you kick them out, they're just going to go to another school and start the bullying. You see how evil it is? So he also stole from your morality. No one teaches those kids how to behave. But then, too, at some point, someone won't change. Justice, there you go, punishing them in a way they will never want to touch another person again. Everything you all would say when you come to this earth, you just can't enjoy your life because you have authenticity problems. Evil attacks you, right? Like evil, crime, predatory stuff. Evil attacks you, okay? Whatever the evil is. Your beauty diminishes. Your health diminishes. Your worship to God diminishes. Your personality, just your ability to be whatever personality you are. I personally would fit into INTJ. Just because I'm supernatural doesn't mean I can't fit into a personality type and INTJs are supernatural or something. No. It's just God who created personality. So it doesn't matter if I'm a regular human or a supernatural human. We still have to fall into a box of personality. Just as you would agree, we all have to fall into a box of introvert or extrovert. Even if you're a prophet or you're not a prophet, you're supernatural in some other way, whatever. Supernatural or not, prophet or not, right? Prophet is supernatural. I just mean that there's some other supernatural beings like angels. We all have to fit into these things because God just created that for every single species. Animals, some are introverts, some are extroverts. You see, okay. So it has nothing to do with your strength, right? You being supernatural or not. You being that species who can kill and that species who's more the opposite. It doesn't matter. That species that can fly like angels and this species that what the hell do you mean fly, There's just things God created for all of us to have. Masculine and feminine. He will never make just masculine. He will never make just feminine. And so it's very logical for you to see then why God would hate homosexuality. Okay, so then if he hates it, he cannot make angels only male. You guys just think the behaviors they do is what he hates. No, if God just simply saw only males in a city, but none of them do bad things, he's still not gonna like it. He's gonna he's gonna tell you, go deal with them and teach them morality. What do they do to females? Okay, so I talked about this in another episode. The basics of all of us, how he created us. Even plants, you're gonna see some are masculine energy, some are feminine. Spiritual awakening and spiritual cosmic, all that nonsense and all those cartoons they make about chakras and everything you see. Demons are taking these good concepts and corrupting it. That's why it attracts us, because some of it is true. Like the way they say, there's masculine and feminine. I forgot what they were called, right? They mix basically, and it's like they become a puzzle. See, not a key in a hole. That's some nasty interpretation. No, just honoring the human body. No, they literally mix in this sort of way where it's like this one is this shape and that one is that shape, and they mix. I forgot what it was called. They usually teach you that in cartoons, right? So even God is even showing me, even in cartoons, demons are teaching us. Demons are teaching us what they've lied about and what's true. It's always what we like in the cartoon. And whatever we feel like is weird, unjust, or the hero shouldn't go through that. What the hell, aren't they the hero? That's like prophets. We're thinking they're our heroes. They shouldn't have to go through that. You all know Adam wasn't killed by someone. He's a powerful man. No one will ever say Adam can be killed. If I just tell you right now, every single man after him who came like that, who had such big names like Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, Mahdi, if I tell you they're all Adam, now, do you see how easy it is for you to believe what I mean by they're supernatural, they're powerful, they're not like you? The devil puts witchcraft on us as the children of Adam and Eve. After all these billions of centuries, we don't see things like our ancestors. So since it's so hard for us, we have to visualize Adam and Eve. They're the example. They're the beginning, and they're like the seal. They have to end it. God has to end us with humans who represent that. So Adam and Eve, what do they all make us feel? Peace. No one tells you, I think the woman is not feminine enough because Eve was able to be cool like him and has some powerful abilities. But she looks like a giant and supernatural too, like that. No one ever has sexism attached to Eve. You all just seem to respect it. Okay, so do you see them? They cursed us as a species. It's not just you being a sinful person. They cursed you. Even if you like it, even if you're happy for women to, it's like something enters your mind and it tries to fight with you, makes you feel like, oh, it's not really good for God to make women do that. I mean, yeah, I want them to be happy, but maybe that's too masculine. See? They corrupted you with witchcraft. Good people can get such thoughts because it's not our thoughts. Our thoughts and feelings are not ours. You're only a bad person if you actually think like that. But I'm saying they just attack all of us. You get me? They just simply say negative things to all of us. That doesn't mean we're all the same level of morality. No, they just attack us. Because Adam and Eve are the example of how men and women should have been in this world. Both are strong, both go hunting, both go gardening. It doesn't mean that Adam goes hunting, Eve stays home. No one believes Eve stayed home. You all believe she went into the caves with him and lived with him and went into the jungle like him. Okay, and her daughters were the same. But then as we go and go and go and go, and the sins, you guys increase in sin. Your physical bodies decrease probably by that. You were giants, which means demons are probably similar size. They're probably giants too.